Hi lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions with your pick a card reading on the Divine Feminine and how she's coping throughout this twin flame journey currently right now. And so I've got the three decks in front of us here. There's the Good Tarot, which would be number 1, the Gilded Royale Tarot, which is number 2, and the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, which will be number 3. So I'll just leave you for a moment just to focus on the cards as to which one you feel drawn to, and then I'll start the reading. Okay, so if you chose deck number 1, which is the Good Tarot, we're going to have a look at what's going on for you, Divine Feminines, regarding this twin flame journey and how you're coping right now. Or how the Divine Feminine is coping. There's different groups that I connect with in the collective, so if this doesn't resonate with you, then it may be another pile that does. Another message here. Oh, look at this. Or some of you are perhaps holding back in love, or you may be, I do feel like there's a holding back in love. Okay, I'm just going to keep doing this, keep moving forward. It'd be interesting if the same cards do show up in the reading. Okay, so the significator at the bottom here is strength. This is currently where the Divine Feminine is at. She's in this place of seeking strength within herself and within this twin flame journey right now. Okay, and now we're going to also see, oh, look at that. Didn't even realize that was there, the Love card and the Chariot moving forward. Okay, so that wasn't meant to, I wasn't going to actually look at this one, but I just find that so fascinating. That's just shown up right here. The Love card. So there's strength. She's trying to seek strength in this connection with her Divine Masculine. Now, what is the Crossing card? What's blocking this? This strength. Yeah, so I feel like the Divine Feminine is struggling with her emotions. She's still finding it really hard to balance out or calm the waters, so to speak. So she's finding it really hard to be strong emotionally through this journey. She's finding it that there's almost like an emotional turmoil going on for her right now, and this is what's blocking the strength to come through. This is what's stopping her from being so strong, is that there's a lot of vulnerabilities here for her in this journey. And what is the main energies overbearing this whole situation right now? It's crowning this. So she's stuck. She can't make a decision whether to come and go. You know, she doesn't know whether she's coming or going. It's like she doesn't really know what to do. In her mind, there's no clarity at this stage because she's going through all this emotional turmoil. So she knows there's a decision to be made. She feels like she has to make a decision, but she doesn't want to face it right now. She's just in a place where she's stuck. She can't face, not even internally herself at the moment. She's just not feeling very strong. She's trying to reach this strength and making a decision, and it's between logic and emotion. So there's an emotional turmoil going on, but there's also a lack of clarity in the mind as well. So it's a real hazy period for her. Now, what is the base of the matter? What's the underlying energy? So a lot of the Divine Feminines are feeling quite foolish. There might have been something that they said or did that they're now regretting, or feeling foolish that they've even, thought that this was going to work. This, you know, traditionally it means about new beginnings and jumping into something new, but she's not able to right now. She's got no strength to do so. Her emotions are taking over. Her decision-making process is also not clear. So the underlying energy is she wants a new beginning. She really does. She wants to be able to take a risk and just jump in and make that decision that she needs to. But some of them are also feeling very, as I said before, vulnerable, that something is still in its infancy. It's not, it may be that, you know, there's been a separation, perhaps no contact, and now feeling quite alone in this and maybe foolish in some ways, that she's like beating herself up over this. I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have said this, and why has this had to happen, and I've just been a fool going down this path, you know. So she's really beating herself up with this. Now, I'm sorry about the glare. Now, the past influences here, twin flame card. This is beautiful energy. So the past influences show that if there was a connection or contact with your twin, with her twin, I should say, then there was happier times, you know. And it's like this does really definitely show happy memories and happy times where there was a commitment, there was a moving forward, there was that contact made between the twins. And so the fire was sparked, you know. It was really, it had ignited. I'm getting like the word magic. It was magical in the past. It's the past influences. Now, the future influences for the Divine Feminine is that she's going to be withdrawing and taking some mental rest, okay? So all of this stuff that's going on up here is, you know, it's like influencing her. She needs to take a step back and go within and really work out what it is that she's needing to do regarding this decision she has to make in love. Is she going to work at this and still, like, is she going to emerge from this state of mind and move forward into this partnership? Is that what she's going to do? You know, this is the future influences. So it looks like she is going to be really sitting back and really thinking and analyzing and taking some rest on this connection. Not moving forward as such. She's not going to take action straight away. And you got the 4 and the 2, which is 6, right? 4 and 2 is 6, so it's harmony. She's going to be trying to work out how she can come to a place of harmony and balance, not only within herself, but within the connection. It feels to me like this particular Divine Feminine feels that they have done something wrong. It's like they're internalizing something here as well, even though a lot of them feel angry or sad at their twin as well. There is this feeling of going within and just really internalizing, going back to this I'm feeling foolish phase, you know, like I really wish that I hadn't said that or done that or pushed this too much or something. It's like she's feeling really regretful over something. Now, where is she currently at within herself? She's putting walls up, okay, and this would normally mean a defensive position, so maybe she is in a little bit of a defensive position where she's hiding away in a corner. And if someone's, you know, if it's kind of like if someone's backed into a corner, and they'll fight if they have to lash out to protect themselves. And that's the kind of energy she's finding herself in right now through these vulnerabilities. There might be certain triggers that are happening for her that are just making her very frustrated and agitated, even general things in life that may have nothing to do with her twin. It may just be that all of this scenario here is causing other upsets in her life because she's not thinking clearly. She's not in a good emotional state either. So how does the Divine Masculine view the Divine Feminine? Now, he sees that she's holding on, but he also feels that because she's withdrawing or has withdrawn, that she's in the process of giving up on him. So some of them are going to see that, yes, she's hanging in there because they can feel it on an energetic level that you haven't really fully cut them off. But a lot of them are also feeling that, yes, you're ready to give up on this and walk away. And that's part of that whole withdrawing energy here of they're feeling that. They're feeling that you've withdrawn and you've withdrawn into yourself. And so what is your hopes, what is the Divine Feminine's hopes and fears? So the hopes would be that deep down she knows that good things come to those who wait, and that there has to be patience involved in the whole process of not only working on herself, but for this union to come about, you know, and for the connection to be healed, because it feels like there's been some words that have been said here. There hasn't been a very pleasant, conversation at the point of breaking up. Around this particular Divine Feminine, there was a lot of lashing out and then a withdrawal. So her fears are also that she's invested a lot into this, and if she is going to be still holding on to this, is it worth it? Is there going to be something at the end of this, you know? All of it, is she wasting her time? That's what she's going to be feeling and thinking. What is the outcome for the Divine Feminine on how she's coping? So we've got the Magician, which is all about creation. It's transmutation of energies. So she's creating something within herself. I'm going to have a look at a clarifier. Yeah. She's wanting to bring back this past happier memories. She wants to manifest this back into her life. So this is where this is going to happen, in this space of withdrawing and going within herself, okay, for that meditative state, focusing on love and how to achieve balance and harmony and bring this back to what it was. So she's just going through this journey at the moment of having to, you know, it's almost like I said, she's backed into that corner and she's now licking her wounds, basically, because she's been hurt and she's feeling a little foolish at the moment, but she is going to emerge, I feel, in this power of creation and manifesting and focusing on the happier times and focusing on bringing this about back to the union, back to the connection where it's all beautiful again, and overcoming the triggers. Now, I just want to see what's going to help with this. Yeah, so she's actually in her time of withdrawing. We've got the 2, 3, and 4 of air here. It's all the mental stuff here. She's really purging a lot of stuff, the negativity, anything that she's really been holding on to, and it's also that self-talk, like if she's negatively talking, you know, beating herself up, as I said before. Because as I feel, this is more an internal, I don't know why I get the word sabotage, but it's almost like she's really been quite harsh on herself through this, and this is why she's trying to acquire strength right now to just get the hell out of this phase she's in. It's almost like a bit of a curse. It's like this blanket of energy over her. She just can't seem to get out of it, and the only way she can really get out of it is to withdraw and meditate and focus and create and manifest this new energy. And it's going to be done through purging the negativity, because she is holding on and hanging in there. And so also, if there is a third-party situation involved, she's also going to be withdrawing from this and feeling hurt. If the Divine Masculine is with a current partner, then she's going to also be trying to overcome that as well, okay? And vice versa. If she's connected with someone and she feels trapped and can't seem to get out of it, she's going to be trying to overcome this whole situation through and manifest it back to this beautiful union here, okay? Because it's just a beautiful, happier times, it's celebration, it's happier memories there, which is just beautiful. And that is the reading for the number 1. Hope that's helped you. Okay, if you've chosen number 2, the Gilded Royal Tarot, then I think that's what we call it. This is number 2 for you Divine Feminines, for the Divine Feminines out there for number 2. Well, or if you're a Divine Masculine, you can choose either numbers to see which one your Divine Feminine is, how she's coping on this path. They all want to come flying out. There's a lot of energy in them. All right, what's the significator for the Divine Feminine? Oh, this is interesting. Strength. We had this in the first one. This is amazing. So if you chose number one, you know, as well, they would go very well together. So we've got the Strength card reversed. This is a Divine Feminine finding it really hard to be strong at this stage. She's really struggling. Let's see what the crossing card is for this. Yeah, so there's investments being made, looking for a happier return here. She's wanting to become so strong that she's able to, because this is all about patience as well, and waiting for the reward to come in. And this is the rewards coming in, you know, waiting for the harvest time, basically. And so she's possibly feeling impatient. And because this is the blocking card to this patience and strength here and keeping her eyes focused on her goal, and she's becoming impatient. She's not seeing it happening fast enough. And the crowning card, which is the main energy overlooking this, is the wheel. So yes, once again, she's still feeling that the wheel's not turning. She hasn't seen the change or felt the change yet for the union to come about. And the underlying energy, the base of the matter, is the Five of Pentacles, which is a struggle and a loss and feeling like she's out in the cold. She's felt rejected. She's really felt like she's been pushed aside here. She's not feeling secure in herself in this whole connection. What's the past? The past influences here, which is Judgment reversed, shows that there is still, in the past, there was a lot of harsh lessons to learn between the two of them, between her and her twin. A lot of triggers coming up for them both. A lot of stuff she had to deal with regarding even her own childhood, perhaps. Things that would just flare up and rear their ugly head. Their ugly heads, you know, like this, the past issues coming up, and it's still needing to be dealt with in some areas. Because the future influences shows that the Knight of Cups is reversed. So it shows to me that he's just not offering his cup to her at this stage. But then we've got the Love. All right, let's have a look here. It's definitely about coming together. He's taking his time in coming to her. It's like there's a blockage there. He's holding back on his love, and she's really hurt by this. This is why she's waiting for the rewards, right? She's getting impatient, and she feels like she's been left out in the cold, struggling, even on a physical level here within her own home life, her own day-to-day routine, those kinds of things. It's just like... she's stuck. She just can't move forward. And she's not sure on what's going on with him right now. Why is he taking so long to come to her? Now, this is where she's currently at right now. This is a Divine Masculine. Now, this could be, and it doesn't have to necessarily be, but it's a special message for anyone that's a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So this could be a Divine Masculine that we're talking about here. But if it's not your Divine Masculine's sign, then this can represent someone who usually comes to an emotional maturity here, but she's feeling that he isn't emotionally mature as yet. He hasn't come to that point in himself to be able to, I mean, he hasn't even come to the point of being the knight yet, of being able to come forward and offer her his cup of love, you know, his proposal to her. So this is still going to be some delay or blockage there for a little while because he hasn't reached his emotional security. Now, how does a Divine Masculine view this particular Divine Feminine? Now, he sees her as withdrawing into herself. She's stuck in her mind. She's stuck. She's at a standstill. She's having mental rest. She's withdrawn. Maybe there's no contact at all between the two of you. But what he feels, even on an energetic level, is that she's taking time out, and he's wondering what the hell's going on, actually. He feels she's not ready. That's why I feel like he's also not coming in, because she's got a lot of resentment and pain still here, right, regarding the past. There's a lot of stuff that she still needs to let go of and work through. Now, what is her hopes and fears? Well, she's hoping that he comes in with passion and courage and moving forward fast into her life. That's what she really wants. Excuse me. And her fears are that his passion has died for her, that he doesn't want to, or that he's not feeling motivated enough to come back into her life, or that the passion or love's just not there now. Now, the outcome for this Divine Feminine is the Nine of Cups, which shows that the hopes and dreams and wishes are being fulfilled here, which is really good. But it's going to take some time to get to this point. We've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We've got 3 Knights in reverse, which shows delays in things coming together, coming forward into your life, and especially in the physical here. There are these delays in getting to this emotionally fulfilled place within herself. Now, what's going to help with this situation is hard work. Okay, I know it's reversed, but I'm reading it as a positive with what's going to help with her journey currently, and that's dedication on working on herself. I really feel that she needs to still work on these past issues here, the past triggers, okay? So that's something that she needs to look at. So I hope that's helped you guys, if that's what you chose today. And I will now do number 3. Okay, so if you chose number 3, we have the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And we're going to see currently where the DF is regarding her journey with the twin flame and how she's coping. How she's coping right now. Just making sure none flew out. Okay. Well, okay, that's a message for you guys. Dreams coming true for this Divine Feminine. Ha, that is good. That is good. Be feeling emotionally fulfilled that your hopes and dreams are coming true. What's the significator for this particular Divine Feminine? So strengthening bonds. This is where she's at right now within herself, is strengthening bonds. She's laying down the foundations for that security in her life. And she's manifesting it. Now, what is the blocking card for this? Yeah, she's finding it hard to find balance in doing this. So there might be a lot of things going on that she's trying to juggle with in her life. And it's hard to start this fresh path or this new start, in her life, to strengthen the bond, to strengthen that ground, that pathway to move forward on this in a strong way, because I feel like this is security for her. This is laying the foundations towards this new path, towards the light, towards her twin. And the blocking card is that everything is a little bit imbalanced perhaps at this stage, and she's still working on this. Now, the crowning card, which is the main energy around this, is the Judgment card, the blossoming of energy, the rebirth, which is awesome because she's pushing through all of this stuff and determined to make it come about as a fresh path, as we said before. And really, there's an awakening around all of this. A lot of Divine Feminines are awakening to having to let go of past things, like they're starting to realize how to do that now, how to heal within themselves, how to nurture themselves. And in this particular case, it's a blossoming of energy. It's to do with this fresh path here. It's that rebirth. Feeling strong in herself. Spread your wings. This, I forgot to say, this was the actual card that flew out on the floor before. I just put it in there without thinking, without thinking to stop and say what it was. This is the card, so this is definitely meant to be. This is the base of the matter, which is all about spreading your wings, embracing your new path, once again, the new path, with confidence and courage to move forward now. She wants to move forward with her twin, obviously being the two people coming together to form a vision, to forge that path, to move forward, to create something together. What's the past influences? So past influences shows expansion and illumination on the twin flame journey. There has been positivity, there's been love, there's been this real shining, glowing light on this whole journey for them both. So they know, both of them know, I feel, that they are twins, or at least one. The Divine Feminine definitely knows that this is her twin flame. There has been light illuminated on a matter for her, and she now wants to move forward on this path. And positive vibrations between the two of them in the past. Now, what's the future influences? Three of Wands. We go from the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands, which is take the lead. And it's very much that Emperor energy, I feel, because it's also about taking charge. It's being able to put all of your intentions and everything and you know, send it out to the universe and have it come back to you. So there's a little bit of a waiting period as well for the good, positive results here. Taking the lead in overcoming mental stress and conflict. Okay, so anything that might arise as a negative in the future, I feel the Divine Feminine is going to override that with positive thinking. Where does she find herself right now? There is still currently right now some things that she needs to see the bigger picture with. She's not seeing the bigger picture. Hang on, no. This is reversed, sorry. This normally means that she's not seeing the bigger picture, right? That she's stuck and that she needs to change her perspective on something. Being reversed, she's currently at a place where she's starting to really see the bigger picture now. And she knows why the connection, you know, it's like she's feeling and knowing what the connection's all about. She knows there's a mission for the two of them. This is why she's trying to get everything in order in her life and forge this new path. Because she knows there's a mission for them to be doing together. And she's quite aware too also of all the things that she's had to deal with in her own past. This has been illuminated for her, even her own issues and triggers and whatever she's had to deal with along the way. She's very aware of herself. Now, how is the Divine Masculine observing, or how does he perceive the Divine Feminine right now? He sees her as a wise teacher, basically. He can see her as a very spiritual person who is very in line with her own beliefs and her spiritual values. Like she's grown within herself. She really has grown through her lessons. So this Divine Feminine really has gotten into that real role of the High Priestess, I feel. Like she's really gone within and tackled all of those inner demons. And I'm not saying that there's still not things that this Divine Feminine has to still deal with. But it feels like she's gone through her dark night of the soul. And she's now worked out strategies on how to overcome negative thinking, how to send the light out to her divine counterpart, and how to bring that light into her own being. And she's learnt, she's possibly doing self-help classes or spiritual workshops or learning so much more. She's got a thirst for knowledge, and he sees this. He feels this on an energetic level as well. Like, I mean, they are connected. He's going to be feeling, and he knows also that there's a mission for them to do together. So he sees her as quite a special, spiritual, wise person. Now, what is her hopes and fears? Now, her fears are that this might just end up being, you know, a situation where love's just shared on the spiritual plane here, and it's just... And I mean, that's beautiful in itself, but she wants to bring it into the physical, right? Her fears are that it could just go down into a friendship zone at this stage, that there may not be a romance blossoming from this at this stage. She's fearful that he's not receiving her love, or that he's not going to actually extend his love out to her as well. And she's hoping for this. She's hoping that he will, share the love, share his love with her. Open his heart to her. And reach out to her. She's hoping for that. Now, what is the outcome for this particular divine feminine? We have the heart chakra, which is unconditional love. It's that forgiveness and compassion. And look at this, well-deserved reward of the heart. My goodness, this is beautiful. Oh my God. Well-deserved reward for the heart chakra. And there's security in this. And it's interesting because a well-deserved reward is linked to the physical realm of strengthening bonds. She's going to find that balance, I feel, in her heart, in her life. This is just gorgeous. What's helping her with this? She's embraced the whole chapter, right? She's embracing the new chapter of her whole life. She's embracing it. She's opening her arms wide to receiving this new path, like this whole new chapter, because she's ready now to go on this pathway, right? She knows there's a mission to do. And so, I can't even grab it. So what she's doing is she's letting go of the past, which is the judgment card up the top. The crown energy of this is letting go of the past, having positivity and healing and purification with the past, with the judgment card here, and blossoming rebirth and embracing her new journey. This is what's helping her to move forward. This is how she's coping, this particular divine feminine, on this twin flame journey. And this is beautiful. And I really hope this has helped you guys. And I look forward to connecting with you all next time. Love and blessings.